So we finally managed to remove that enormous elm tree that had collapsed into the backyard as a result of the winter storm in the Sacramento Valley with gusts up to 75 miles per hour, which was quite unprecedented. I don't recall to my knowledge any storm in the Sacramento Valley with that level of intensity or severity. So that caused this enormous, probably 70, 80 feet elm tree to collapse into the backyard. It killed the power lines. Uh, it did some damage to the house, which I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, so that the big tree was cut down, chopped, felled, and it's just these wood pieces that will have to be picked up eventually. So because of what happened to that elm tree, we decided to cut down the olive tree as well. This used to be an olive tree. It was quite big. So we decided to cut this one down too because we don't want to go through another situation with a tree collapsing into the yard as a result of a storm. You can tell we already got some sandbags on the roof with some tarp that's preventing rain to go into the house. There's actually a big hole up on the roof, so that means that the roof itself has to be changed. The entire roof has to be replaced, unfortunately. As you can tell, the fence is completely demolished. The fence has to be changed out as well. So, and what's kind of interesting, I'm going to show you in a second, that the entire fence is now being supported by a wheelbarrow that we've got right behind it. So a wheelbarrow that's filled with water is now just supporting the fence. So it's basically balanced on a knife edge, and it's just about to collapse anytime. So let me show you the house itself. There's so much damage that was caused by the tree. The gutters will have to be changed. Awning that's damaged. There's a big hole on the wall. That's where the light fixture used to be, the coach light. So that needs to be replaced, and the hole needs to be patched up. Or I heard that maybe the entire wall has to be replaced. We'll have to look into that. And one of the branches went into the wall, poked a hole through the wall, and then cracked the bed frame that was inside in that particular room. So that also needs to be addressed as well. So here's the roof. As you can see, there's actually a gap right above there. So and water just keeps creeping inside. So that means that this whole thing probably needs to be replaced too. Let me show you a view of this side of the yard. And if you guys have watched my previous videos, I was quite proud of what we planted on this side of the yard. And there's no evidence of any of that left. So we had quite a few fruit trees on this side of the yard. And there's no evidence that anything was ever planted. The tree completely decimated any plant, any vegetation that was underneath it when it collapsed. So this is where the multi-grafted cherry used to be, 3-in-1 multi-grafted cherry. That's all we have left of it. Excuse me. This is where the Cornelian cherry used to be. No evidence of that. We had the Arctic white nectar in there. That's gone as well. There was another Cornelian cherry there. That's gone. And we had quite a few exotic bushes there. I think one was boysenberry. There was one, some kind of a berry that was quite hard to get hold of, actually. That one is gone too. We had a few mulberry trees there. Those are all gone too. So that gate also needs to be changed. It's broken from outside, you can tell. I'll maybe show you a different view of that. But this whole thing also needs to be replaced. It's just all broken. Yeah, so a lot of damage that was caused by that collapsed elm tree. So one recommendation I have for you is if you have an elm tree or a mulberry tree that's quite ginormous in your front yard or in the front of your property, make sure you keep the size quite manageable, that you can actually prune on a regular basis. Otherwise, you might run into a situation like this that the damage can be beyond anything imaginable. So all we have left of the tree is just the stump and the roots, of course. which at some point we'll have to clean that up as well. So that's the stump right there that's been cut. Yeah, so all these wood pieces left, and this is it. Hopefully nobody will have to go through a situation like this ever in their lives, but it is just what it is. Yep.